So much despair, so much hopelessness, so much just melancholy. Jeez, what a chapter. So, Attack on Titan chapter 80. Last time we left off with Eren basically getting flung into the wall by the Colossal Titan, and from there you didn't think things get much worse. But it did, of course it did. Full spoilers on the chapter. I'm about to go full into what happened. So we start off seeing, the Eren squad just there like, what are we gonna do now? And then it hops into John just like, all right, like, hey, um, Mikasa, go sneak around Colossal Titan with the lightning spear, and the rest of us will distract them. And inside his head, he's like, yeah, I know this is probably not going to work. And this is where I really like John's character. He knows the reality, but he won't give up. He knows in retrospect, yeah, it's not going to work. We're going to get screwed, but we'll try anyways. So of course we go and try it, and then the Colossal Titan just kind of blows steam out from behind his neck, knowing Mikasa was going to come anyways. Mikasa gets thrown back. You see this lightning spear just kind of like rip off. Another one's still there, and then they all kind of group together. Connie's like, I can't breathe. Like it really hurts to breathe. The steam really got into me. Mikasa has a wound from like a strap metal that got hit by her, and it's just looking terrible. And then Mikasa straight up looks at Armin and is like, okay, so did you finish? Like, did you think of a plan? And she says this with such confidence, knowing that like, hey, he's gonna have a plan anyways. He always does, and she believes in him. But what breaks your heart is then Armin just looks and it's like, no, like have you even been thinking of it? Like I don't even know I have no sort of plan. And everyone's just like, it gives the most hopeless look, and you're just like, oh man, these kids are literally at the bottom of the bottom. And then the Umber Titan comes in and just like breaks through a few houses, and then they're just like, okay, yeah, it's over. And at the same time, you see the Colossal Titan, like everywhere he walks, the city's just getting decimated, and everything's just kind of like dreary. One thing to note in this scene, though, is that when you see the Colossal Titan's eyes, and when he sees all of them approaching, I'm not sure for everyone, but for me, I felt like he felt really sad, but he was also trying to be like stern. He was more of like, I don't want to kill you, because you don't see him swatting or like really attempting to like kill these people, right? Even though he's slow and everything, right? You see him. I felt like he was giving me a look where it's like, stop, come on, guys, I'm gonna kill you if I have to, but I don't want to. Just get out of here, leave me alone. And it shows that like he still kind of has feelings for his friends, but at the same point, like he knows what he must do. On the other side of the wall, you just see Levi and Erwin there depressed looking, they're just like genuinely scared and fearful of what's happening. And then you see the squad, their soldiers there, which are all the lower level soldiers. They're just freaking out and screaming. There's one in particular who's just crying out, and he's just like, uh, when I joined this, they said, yeah, I'll probably die, and they need people to sacrifice. And he's like, at the time, I thought I was ready for that. I thought like my death would give hope to humanity and it would actually mean something. But then he's like, no, but I didn't know that my death would be so meaningless, that my death would really just be another one of those deaths in the millions of people who died for no reason, with absolutely no change seen in humanity. And that's kind of where it hit me. Right? I was like, wow, he does have a point. And you see the other, squad just like, yeah, he's right. He's just saying that like maybe one death in like thousands would actually have some sort of significance, but with them, they're just lost in the numbers. It's just another one. You see Erwin and Levi just there talking on their own, and they don't have they're being themselves. They're being real people. Erwin doesn't have his leader facade on right there. He just shows like, oh no, I'm scared. Like I feel bad. Like these people are dying on my account. And Levi also, he's not the confident, cocky kind of, not cocky, but just the confident, Levi he always is, knowing how to get out of a situation. He's generally like sad. And then they're just talking like normal people, which really shows their humanity in these characters. And then Levi's like, hey, we'll get whoever's alive, we'll hop on Eren and we'll just get out here. At least some people will survive. I could stay back and fight, but as long as Eren and you survive, there is some hope. That's what matters. But no, like everyone's like, we would do that if we didn't have a counter plan. And then I'm like, is Eren about to pull out the Titan serum? Is he gonna show that he is gonna become a Titan and fight? And that's what I thought. But and then Erwin does something and just sits down and he's like, so many times I wanted to give up. I wanted to die. I thought it would just be easier to, kill myself. And but the only thing that kept me going is that, my dad's hopes and thoughts. My dad, didn't. my dad's dreams to always see what was in the basement, my dreams to see what was in the basement. He's like, now that we're so close, I'm gonna have to die. Because he told Levi, like, if we go with my plan, it's just a last ditch effort. Like, we're all gonna have to die. It's a suicidal attack. Um, and then Levi's just telling him, hey, maybe you won't see what's in the basement, blah, blah, blah. But I promise you one thing, if you do this attack with all these people, then I'll kill the Beast Titan. He just says it plain like that, like he will kill the Beast Titan. And then Erwin's like, that's when he cracks a little smile and it hits you and just like, wow. And right after that, when it's right into the action, and you see him full on head, all confident, all just ready to give up everything they have, right? Charging straight towards the Beast Titan. And you see Beast Titan, even he's like, oh wow, I thought they'd do better than just a suicidal attack, It's like, whatever, okay, but at the same time, I'm still gonna kill them. You see another image of the scene just decimated as the soldiers are running towards it, and it just shows that, like, yeah, these guys literally have nothing else to live for. Like, that's all. Like, everything's dead, and they're just giving out it all. Not flashbacks, which is what I like. They put some action, a little quick flashback. You see everyone saying that, like, hey, um, we're all gonna have to die for this. And then that one soldier is just like, so if we're gonna die, then it doesn't matter if we go out fighting or if it goes out us disobeying orders. It doesn't matter. We're just gonna die. And then Ern just says sternly, like, yes, it's meaningless. It's all meaningless. We're all gonna die. It doesn't matter if you had a good life. Doesn't matter if you had a bad life. Doesn't matter if you're disobeying orders or doing orders. Like, we're all gonna die. Everyone dies. Like, that's what happens as a man. And then, in my opinion, here comes the best part of the chapter. To somebody's like another soldier who wasn't freaking out as much, which is like, does that mean life is meaningless? Does it mean ever since our birth everything is meaningless? Does it mean that all our comrades who died for this, it was all meaningless? And no, that triggers Erwin, and Erwin's like, absolutely not. And you see him like just really just like passionate about what he's about to say. He's like, it's up to us to give meaning to the deaths of those soldiers. And that's probably one of my favorite quotes. It's just like, he's like, yeah, it doesn't matter that it's not up to us. Like, it's up to us to respect the dead. And that's something that I really think puts Attack on Titan on another level than a lot of these, other manga. They really get into death. They really get into like what it means and all this. And instead of just saying like, hey, we have to sacrifice our lives in order to save the people of the village, right? No, they're like, hey, we got to sacrifice our lives in order to respect the dead as well. In order to, like, even though a lot of this is meaningless, which a lot of, manga are not, not confident enough to like actually admit, right? He's just like, hey, we still have to do this. This is for the fate of humanity. This is so that we can keep on going. This is so, it's not us to determine what's the meaning of all this. And it's basically saying that, just like, even though we all die, we all have the chance to live. And it just shows, it gets really deep and really makes you think outside of, the context of the manga. Like, and Erwin goes into his plan with Levi, but basically the squad is all just going to charge one unified attack to distract the Beast Titan. Then Levi's going to hop around those Titans that are surrounding the area in like that half circle shape. And that's when I thought it was a pretty cool idea, because I forgot about those. I remember Titans were surrounding, but pretty much the Titans are surrounding them with the Beast Titan at the top. And if Levi just kind of hops around all those Titans sneakily, and then gets to Beast Titan, takes him out, then it'll work. While the squad is literally just sacrificing themselves to distract him, shoot the smoke grenades, and just have him focus on them instead. The only problems I see, which, of course, even though it sounds like not a terrible plan, a few things, like, Beast Titan's also aware, so he's probably gonna like notice something, and it's not gonna be just a slice for Levi. Also, with the Titans, Levi looks like he's killing all the Titans as he's going around, which is gonna make them fall and something, and then the Beast Titan's gonna be like, what's happening? Or if he just sneaks around them, the Titans are gonna probably like get riled up, and something's gonna happen. And also, like, Levi killing all the Titans will tire him out, waste blades, gas. Like, it's just a lot of factors to go into how it's gonna happen. It ends with Erwin leading his people. You see that, like, they kind of gave his farewell. That was his farewell speech. His philosophies, his just kind of his personal, like, wants and gains of life, and it just ends with him charging in front of his group, ready to die, and he's just like, my soldiers, we have to fight. And then it's a powerful chapter, and it's a good way to probably send off Arwen because it seems like he's gonna die, and really excited for what's gonna happen next chapter. A few questions I still have though are what happened to Hanji's squad? Levi said like, oh yeah, basically they're probably dead, but not sure about that. I think what they're gonna do is peer on Aaron's side to help him out because their side seems screwed as well, but at least like everyone's side has a plan, and Aaron's side just seems like hopeless. So I think they're probably going to appear with some kind of plan. I don't even know what they're going to do, but it'll probably be cool and help them out somehow. Maybe they're developing something. Maybe they're trying to get something. Maybe they even went to the basement. Like who knows? Um, and then what's going to happen to Aaron? Because they said like John was like, no, Aaron's not out yet. But Aaron didn't move in this chapter. And Levi mentions like, oh crap, like yeah, that's Aaron up there on the top of the wall. One last thing, I just hope that next chapter gets a little more actiony and a little more like farther into the story. Because even though this chapter is really good in terms of character development and some of the plans and everything, we're still kind of where we were at the beginning of the chapter story wise, where everyone's still screwed and they really haven't began their assault. So hopefully that next chapter will like hop into that. But overall, great chapter, like I've said multiple times. And if you liked anything you saw here today, considering liking, commenting, and possibly subscribing. I have a lot more Attack on Titan videos coming. New Shingeki countdowns and just general anime and manga reviews and other things. So thanks for watching and see you guys next time.